Hey, Questagismarians, or do you observe Lent? Lies? Hey, so last week I said I was reading this book, Lies, and I read it, and I shall give you the review.
Book Reviews with Caleb.
Well, I read this book over the missions trip that I went to, that I talked about last week, that my good friend Cadeau went to, also, and a bunch of other people. But anyway, I read this book, and now I shall tell you what I thought about it. So I started reading this book, and I gotta say, the first 100 pages are boring. To an extent. Like, there's some, there's like expositions and, character development in the first 100 pages, and I guess, like, that's okay. And, it tells you more about what's going on, but basically, like, the first 100 pages are a bit boring, like, not a lot of action or anything. But then, you get more into the book, and it is like, it gets pretty intense. Like, especially the latter half of the book, up to the climax and the end, like the countdown, how it goes, like, hours and minutes, or, you don't know because you haven't read the series. But, and the end is a really good way to end the book, because it was just a really great ending. There's a whole lot of plot twists, like, you feel like you've been deceived, like, after reading Gone in Hunger, like, all these, like, and you think you know all these things. Crazy stuff. Anyway, it's a good book. I recommend it. So on a scale of 1 to 10, I give it an 8.5. Speaking of books, I bought a new book today at Borders. By Ted Dekker, The Bride Collector. Now, I don't think I've mentioned this before, but Ted Dekker is my favorite author of all time. I love his books, and he's got, like, I don't know, 20 books. And this is his most recent. Came out last month. I just jumped on it. It looks really intense. Like, and most of the books back here are by this author. Here, we shall see. Like Showdown, or Saint, or Sinner, and House, and 3, Heaven's Wager, Adam, and Red, which is the second book in a series. Because I've only bought this book, but I've checked out the rest in the library. And that's all the books I have of that author. Now, I have read a whole bunch of other ones, because he does have like 20 some odd books out. But those are the only ones I've bought. Oh, I almost forgot. This week's quote of the week is queremonious, meaning full of complaints. Are you queremonious? Anywho, for the last 10 days, or 11 days, I was on this missions trip. Now, since I took a disposable camera, I don't have any video footage to show you, but if you want to see some pretty awesome video footage, I'll have a link in the bar of Cadeau's footage of the very same missions trip. She's got her own channel, as I've mentioned many times before, called Two Random Students. I also have a link to that in the bar. And I wish I had a slideshow to show you, but this disposable camera hasn't been printed yet. Oh well. Well, that's all I have for this week's vlog. Later.